KD the Shy, how are you? This is a game called A Brighter Shores. It's like a RuneScape type game. If you've heard of RuneScape before. New or old? It's pretty new, but I suppose it's like made by like the guy who originally made RuneScape though. Have a great day.
Like, pay the rent.
Hello, Crassus. How did this happen? Oh, I won't be on here that long. They patched the game. They added Easter event. Look, Easter egg hunt. We must get some Easter eggs real quick, okay? Collect egg. And get the Easter reward. Oh my god, limited time Easter reward. Can you believe it? Oh my god, there's a quest. Now where? Oh, here. So I read a thing. I read the thing said they added skill gem. Is this true? Did they add skill gem? Do we know what skill gem they add? I read they make you know, they make a crossbow man a minion's master. I read this. Where the fuck's the egg in here? New chair is here. New desk tomorrow. That's big. What is this desk you get? Did you get a high quality Turismo Racing gaming desk? Not sponsored. All out. Nice. Herman Miller, both items. Okay. But let's be honest. Okay. Oh, it's not the cheap one. Okay, yeah. Not the not the cheap one. Yeah, not the fucking cheap one. Absolutely not. A place in town? What is this place in town? Active office? I've never heard of such a place. I get the feeling they would do more business if people knew what the fuck they even were. Or if they even exist. Yeah, that would make sense. Maybe people who have a business know who they are. But it sounds like there's a whole market that you know. I guess maybe most normal people don't want to spend that kind of money even at 50% off. But I guess I kind of assume that like more and more people work at the house and they're willing to spend the big money because the reason they're working at the house is because they're making the money at the house. You know? Wouldn't that make sense? I don't know. Herman Miller dealer near me. See, I didn't even really know Herman Miller had dealers, I guess. The word dealer kind of strikes a little bit of like used car salesman in me, you know? Like, I don't want to do it through a dealer. You know? Basically a health investment. Yeah, I would agree. Where am I going? Eel Street. No. Manaub Row. Where the fuck is that? It's clearly not down here, but... Small ass store, you have to go up some stairs. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. It sounds like, to be honest, they basically don't exist. Then again, maybe it's the kind of thing where like that office space is so cheap that it's like, you know, they don't need a retail pay for retail space, I suppose. If they, you know, I guess to me it's just one of those things where it's like I'd be more willing to spend the money if I knew that was an option, but I didn't even know that was an option. Central Waterford. The fuck is that? Wait, is this where I am right now? Toolbox near Fisherman. There. Yeah, it sounds like they just, their entire business is interacting with like office clients where they're like, we're going to sell you like 100 chairs. That's why you need a quote, you know? They come install. Executive service. Do they make the chair for you, you know? They assemble that shit? Oh, unlucky. It's fully assembled? Wait, what? No way. What? It's not shipped in like a flat box with from China with like instructions that just say put it together. Under west side of bridge. It's under the bridge. Wow, I want shit. Yeah, I always laugh because like it's stupid, but it's like we got like this like Christmas Harry Potter Lego set. No, it's an advent calendar for 1 year. It was, I don't think it wasn't last year, it was like the year before. But like you would get the instructions and it would be like put the pieces together and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, that's not instructions. Just put it together. I'm like, what? The Secret Lab thing. Yeah, this one is from, it's Corsair, but it's like, I get the feeling a bunch of these chairs are very similar components that have like branding on them. Because I feel like the like body piece of this chair was really similar to another chair I had. Like it was almost like the same piece. Like they just got it made by the same factory, except this one's embroidered with like Corsair on it. On the north wall. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I could probably stand to do something like that eventually. This chair has been lasting me a good amount of time now. I can't remember when I bought it, but it's doing well for, I think I paid $250 for it or something, so it's like, it wasn't that expensive. All things considered. I definitely don't need like a standing desk though. That's not me. I could go for a desk bigger than this if I had more space to work with though. But right now, this is plenty big. But there is another version of this desk that's like another, it's like another 2 feet in that direction or something like that. What am I looking for? I did Little Lucy. Seashells Shore. This one. Corner, yeah. Yeah, if you have enough, I mean, you don't have a space issue, but if you have the space, corner is definitely goated, I think. Where the fuck is it? In the water. What? In the fucking water? In here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, the worst part is like I'm in a place where I have 3 monitors, but I still need more information, but I need information in certain directions. Like for example, I wouldn't want to like put another monitor, like I wouldn't want to do like 4 or 5 monitors. I need the information up. Like I need information like right there, like on top of the other monitor. That's where I need information. I don't necessarily need like those like giant big curvy monitors that people have. Like I don't really care for like a huge fucking ultra wide monitor that's like fucking, I don't need that. I just need like to make use of up. I need to go against the wall and make use of up or something like that. I need a mount on the wall. Mass ones are poopa for gaming. It depends on what kind of stuff you play. I watched a guy, he was playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Its game seemed really sweet on an ultra wide. But for our purposes, maybe maybe not. Widescreen is actually cheating? Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Four standardized ratios. I mean, that doesn't change anything for the Bob John who wants to just get an advantage for the regular game, though. You tell me I have to buy an ultra wide to play Path of Exile. Who cares? I mean, just because you're not racing doesn't mean there's people who take it very seriously. See more of the zone. Yeah, I don't know if I care that much. That's like a, you know, don't touch that. You're trying something? Apparently, she's doing a science experiment in the kitchen. Don't touch this. Like it's gonna fucking, I'm gonna ruin it. Now I want to touch it. That's the thing. Before I wouldn't even have thought to get up to see whatever the fuck she's doing over there. But now she's like, don't touch this. And I'm like, what? Don't touch what? Don't touch what? So, it says they added 25 new skills. Is it all spear skills? Do we know the skills? Do we know what the skills are? The new skills? New? Quotation marks. I don't want to type in chat. Fuck. Wasteland. All the way the fuck up there. I don't see the new skills. Skills. Where's the new skills? Oh my god. I'm killing it? Okay, kill it. In the ruins. in here somewhere. Holy. That's many. That's many people. Hi. Hello, hi. Sinpip. How's it going? I don't believe we met, but hello, hi. I'm Bloodboiler. Hi. Thank you for your raid.
Early. It's out in New Zealand and the worker's wife got.
Near Shores Gamer. Yeah, I kind of like. I don't play too much. I like been doing the AFK thing for a while. I kind of like log in once a day and flip my potatoes. That's kind of like how I've been playing the game. But we're collecting Easter eggs. That's what we're doing. That at least. Yes, I play all kinds of things. All variety. I'm also a spirits related broadcaster, so I don't know if like you guys are into like scotch or bourbon, rum, this kind of thing, but like we do like all kinds of like scotch, whiskey, like tastings, reviews, that sort of thing. That's like kind of my other jam. So if you're into that sort of thing, you're in the right place. In the right place for that. I review whiskey in my pajamas. That's what I do. Yeah, I played it like a good amount, like in January, I think. And I still like keep up a subscription, but I kind of just like do the passive skills and then like play enough to like have the knowledge to do the next set of passive skills. That's kind of what I do. I played too much of this game. I could be there, you know, I could be there. I definitely understand. I definitely understand the grind. Where am I right now? Middle of pond. There. And then there's another one here somewhere. Somewhere. Brighter chores. I suppose somewhat. It's kind of like I kind of feel like I know I'm gonna be back, so I'm keeping up with it rather than just being like cold turkey, you know. Where's the other one? Right side. It's hidden well. Yeah, I suppose I could organically find these, but you know, we might be here all day, especially with this one. East side of the pond. Yeah, I kind of like have a bit of a cheat sheet, but I don't see it. In the tall grass. Is it? Enhance. Get closer. This one's rough, brother. I'm sure you guys know exactly where it is. You were standing above it? I was? Oh, shit. It's like the same color as the mud, dude. That's sneaky. Okay, where are we now? I think I did this one. I have to double check. Southwest corner. Oh, no, I didn't do this one. Okay, where am I at? I'm at 27. Collapsed hovel. Where is that? Where's the collapsed hovel? Am I missing? Wait. Is there a way up here? Northwest? Oh, jeez. Yeah. There is a way here, isn't there? Can I open this? What's the deal with this? Oh, right. Does this go to does this go to 5? Is that what that is? I thought it was already up here. That's a quest location? Yeah, I'm not up to date on the questing part. Okay, so northwest behind bush. Oh, there we go. Work close. Crater. Where is Merc close? I can go to crater. Do the crater one at least. At least do that. Oh, here. All the way over here. It's interesting, this like cheat sheet, some of it was roughly like in order. And then near the end, it's just like we kind of like went off the rails a little bit. But I can't ask for much. I'm literally cheating. Southwest. There we go. Overgrown field, there's one. This one wasn't too hard to see. Mr. Thor, how's it going? Mr. Thor, we're collecting eggs. We're doing your we're doing your favorite pastime. We're collecting eggs. So I don't know if... I'm assuming you don't have to talk to every single one of these different rabbit men. Or maybe you do for the reward. What did it just blurp you? What got censored? For the reward? Okay. I'm trying to be like more like aware of what's getting blurped because Automod's been blurping some very strange things that I do not care about. So I'm trying to be like more and more aware of what that thing is doing. South behind steps. Oh, that's a sneaky one, honestly. That's a sneaky one right there. Okay, now we gotta go over to this Merc close. Whoop. All right, that's 32, right? Boom. So, yeah, we'll get through our eggs, and then we'll probably... I gotta grind another knowledge point for our advanced investigations. So we might spot some thieves for a minute. Take this reward of a sign of your hard work. Wow. Hey, thanks. Is it in the, like, the transmog section? Oh my god. Where'd my, This, UX could use a little bit of work. Hippity hoppity! Okay. So this list kind of starts like over here, so we'll just go over here first. Unless I happen to see one on the way. Bum, bum, bum. By rocks and yellow tree. Ooh, sneaky. Okay, this one we already got. Two-headed bear crag. Bear clearing. I don't know why I said Craig. Pativ, how's it going? Welcome back. From Brazil, yes. Yeah, I seem to remember that. Seem to remember that. West Side, West Side. Oh, that one's not heard. Huntsman's Clearing. You love Brighter Shores? But do you love eggs? Waiting for the release? Is this technically I guess this is technically early access, isn't it? I don't know. The game's playable enough that to me it's not like broken. But obviously there's like a lot of it's early access, yeah. Obviously there's a lot of like forthcoming changes, right? Like obviously they did the whole combat update thing. I haven't even touched my like equipment since they changed the combat skills. I haven't even wrapped my head around how it works now, to be honest. I know that like they like crushed them all together into this number, but I tried to do like I tried to do a safe house and I got owned. So I think I just need to update my gear maybe. But it kind of made things weird. Combat's now way better. Yeah. Don't have any content as far as raids, dungeons, etc. Yeah, yeah. The game's still playable though. Like there's definitely like a certain level of monotony in the way that the gameplay is right now, and I think it just needs some more spice. You know what I mean? Great Foundation, yeah. I was going to explore the bizarre waters again. They released Mac, and it seems fun. Mac? Did they release a new like character? Much more content yet for group stuff. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like the social gameplay is kind of like non-existent. It's like your social experience right now is like you can see your friends also doing skills on the same screen as you, maybe. The crazy, yeah, yeah, that's right, yeah. I remember like there's those shops where like it was like get a skill from a different character, but then there's characters that you couldn't play. Solo RPG with other people. A lot of MMOs are like that these days, though, to be honest, or at least a lot of them get played that way. But of course, the social experience is the reason you play them. So, okay, so we did Huntsman's Clearing. Huntsman's Lodge is next. Which is, I think, in here. Community's awesome though, yeah. Like I get the feeling that so long as you don't get wrapped up in the whole something, you know, adversarial relationship with RuneScape, then everything's all on the up and up, right? There's no reason why you can't play both games. North side of room by apple tree. That's not the right thing, is it? Northeast, north side of room by apple tree. Oh, here. I missed something too. Mushroom glade at some point. Okay, yeah, I miss up here. You think this game has a future? Oh, of course. I'm not the best person to ask though. Probably your fellow chatters in chat have played more of this game than I have and probably have a better take. But absolutely, it's just a matter of development time, right? It's hard when you release a new game in this environment because it's like, well, what's this game going to get compared to? It's going to get compared to RuneScape, right? And RuneScape has, let's remember, a very long history of development, to the point where they have a classic version that's more popular than the newest version, right? And it has a different branch. So, one of the things you have to remember is like games like these, like you cannot compare this game to RuneScape, even though that's the only comparable game really, because the development time frame is just uncomparable, right? So you have to kind of run this game somewhat on the merits of its development schedule. That, and I think the team is way smaller, so also something to keep in mind. Color wheel in here. I'm gonna log Ash. I appreciate that. Appreciate your where's the transcription? That's the word I was trying to find. Transcription. Almost guarantee this will pop more than OSRS when all the content is out. Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing about the word. I mean, all the content is out. I think there's, again, you're in a situation where you're going to have perpetual development, right? So it's not even a matter of when all the content is out. It's just when, you know, there's more than just 2 loaves of bread to the sandwich. You add some, some mayonnaise, some meats, lettuce, cheese, maybe a egg. By apple tree. Oh, over here by this tree. West side. By tree. There's multiple tree. Oh, here it is. It's very sneaky. Very sneaky. Why do they talk so badly about this game? I think it's so cool. People are passionate about RuneScape. This is true. And one of the things you have to remember about when a game that people have invested many, many years of their life into a game, especially like, you know, if they've invested more, like for example, if they're a creator in the space, they might be even more invested in their time. They might be invested in their livelihood as well. And when a competing game appears that competes with, you know, their personal investment, the knee-jerk reaction is to be like, no. Right? Because people have no patience and they compare it too much to RSRS. Yeah, somewhat. Karen's be taking over. Everyone has an expert opinion on early access games. Yeah, pretty much. Peg disguised as an apple. Yeah, it's a sneaky one. Yeah, that's a good point, Analog Ash. That's obviously a good point too. That bottom center L-shaped flower bed. That you know, Andrew's got a big name. You know, there's some shoes to fill there, and you know, at the end of the day, the best way to like develop a product once it gets into a playable state is to have people actually play it, right? And that means you're going to be playing something that's, you know, a little undercooked, but it's got to be like, you know, a little undercooked in order to like know the best way to cook it. Tirana and Alden's home. This one. We get 28 players and a drop daily. People take that as game is dying. Yeah, I mean it's probably a mix of things, right? Like it's an early access product. It does have some like you know, it could use some variety, you know, it could use some social character. There's some like obvious gaps, right? And so when people say, oh, obvious gaps in game, population going down, game dying, we don't want to invest in dying game. And it's also the kind of game where like, you know, you grind primarily at this point, right? So, well, it's hard to want to keep motivation to grind if you feel like the population's going down, the game's bad design, people saying bad things about the game. You know, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy somewhat. Dead game crowd or literally every single game. True, big true. Yeah, it's 20K because Andrew is known. Yeah, I agree. I think it's like the kind of thing where like if Andrew's name wasn't attached, or even if he like took an anonymous name, you wouldn't have had that pop spike. But I think it's probably right to like take advantage of the free advertising. Sneaky. Andrew wasn't even ready to let this game out yet. We begged for it, and he let us have the foundation. Oh, if that's the case, then it makes even more sense, right? You have to even be even more lenient with it if that's true. I don't know the heads or tails of that, but. They had a deadline for something. I don't know what, but Samuel mentioned it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I have no idea. To be honest, I didn't really even know anything to do with like Andrew being related or the development or anything. I just kind of seen that like new different RuneScape type game release on Steam. That's my introduction. I'm gonna be honest. All right. New different RuneScape game that's funded and no shareholders. Actually, somewhat true. Actually, somewhat true. Independent developer not owned by Tencent. I know Jagex isn't owned by Tencent, but it feels like every second company is owned by Tencent these days. So yeah, somewhat. You're not wrong. There's an upside to that, and part of that idea is like since you're not like necessarily a so there's twofold. One fold is you're not necessarily appeasing the shareholders, which means that like you're not necessarily going to sacrifice game design to make money, which a lot of games do. But also it's the kind of thing where like my understanding is Andrew, when he sold RuneScape, like cashed out. Like the guy doesn't actually have to do anything. He doesn't have to make a game. The guy wants to make a game because he wants to make a good game, not because he actually has financial incentive anymore to make a game. Because a lot of people, they'll make game and then they sell the company, and then they don't have to work anymore, right? That's the dream of the IT startup. You make company, sell company, and you're good, right? So if part of the idea is the guy doesn't have to make game, he's only making game because he wants to make game, then the design basis is good. Like he's only going to make decisions in the best interest of making a good game, right? So there's an appeal to that, obviously. Because to me, like a lot of companies fail for me in the design process because they're not making decisions in the best interest of the game. They're making decisions in the best interest of either their own pocket or the shareholders' pocket, right? Andrew Gar plus no microtransactions sold it for me, especially coming from Destiny 2. Yeah, I can see that. We'll be honest. Where am I on this list? I'm getting distracted by good conversation. I'm not worried about that. I just trying to stay on track here. So I did the fairy. Now I need to do the runes somewhere. Oh fuck! I gotta go down here. I'm an idiot. I went the wrong ass way. I promise it can't get worse than what we got ain't bad. So all uphill from here. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think. Probably the worst thing that could happen would be that. Is if something happens where like they're unsure of certain design decisions. I think it's to a certain extent, you have to trust in your own instincts as a developer a little bit. It's a hard thing to do because right now, obviously, the game's like new, and people who are wanting more are going to provide lots of feedback. And to some extent, they might be providing feedback on something that makes more sense once the full picture is available. Where's the one in here? Northeast by tree. And I think the worst thing that can happen for a developer is like they're taking player feedback, which is not a bad thing, but they're like diagnosing it in a way where they then become unsure of their own design choice, and then they're like create indecision, right? That's and you're in a place where like there's a seesaw back and forth, and you know, you're taking maybe too much input from community suggestion when they don't know the full picture. Yeah, players don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, obviously, like, you don't want to be like the other end of the spectrum where, like, players say X and then you're like, la 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 la, and then you just, like, plow forward. But you have to stick to your guns at least a little bit. You can't let the community design the game as much as the community wants to design the game. You can't let them design the game because there's so many voices, and even the largest voice doesn't even represent the largest number of people a lot of the time, right? It's just whoever's loudest. Stop taking player feedbacks for combat change and combat rework. Of course, they'll still listen, but they waited for longer to actually start changing something. Yeah, yeah. I think it helps again. Like if they have a vision, like if this is a half baked version of the game and they have a total vision, it doesn't player feedback. You got to temper it a little bit with the idea that like the players aren't seeing your full picture yet. So you can't like necessarily make changes and be like,
Slanjava.
okay, they don't like this because XYZ, but really it's fine when we add ABC, right? Mr. Cap, welcome back. Are you back? Are you back from Japan, Mr. Cap? Thank you for your 2 months. Appreciate you. And of course, shit, where'd my bottle go? You want to make a selection for our community infinity bottle? Hit me up. Anything in green. Let me hit you with the thingamabob here. Anything in green. Anything in green is fair game in here. Supposedly they have at least 21 episodes planned. Are you serious? So we're on 4, right? And they have 21 planned? Oh, okay. That's a few. They said Combat Rework didn't change their vision for all future stuff. So that's a good thing. Yeah. It would have been a little weird though. I can understand why it might have been a little weird, like to have 21 different combat skills, but enough ideas, yeah. You're green. No, you're green, Silik. Holy fuck. Jack Daniel single barrel. Okay, you got it. All your whiskey and gin made it back. That's good. You didn't lose it to airport security. All right. Just give us 1 sec, friends, and then we'll be back to collecting eggs. All right, yeah. In case you guys don't know, again, we do lots of like spirits on this channel. Again, I have all kinds of scotch, whiskey, bourbon, rum, some cognac. With your subscription, this is our giant infinity bottle. This is a mix of various different spirits, all selected by our subscribers. So when you subscribe, we add a little bit of your personal choice to our mixed bottle here. And then we have a completely unique and interesting spirit. So, yeah, Kappas shows in the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Select 47% alcohol. This is a single barrel Tennessee whiskey. Probably known to most people, but it's not your typical old number 7. It's got a little bit of extra zing to it. So we're just going to do, again, roughly eyeballed 15 milliliters in here. Boom. Ooh. All right, so we're going to just update our spreadsheet real quick. Want to hear something stupid but also funny? Your face! You're old, yeah. Yeah, I know. Wow, wow. I bought 39 cases of Red Bull for your business endeavors. Is that what it's for? Of a discontinued flavor. That's something different. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is our... Don't log me out. Don't do that. This is our updated spreadsheet here, so that has the rough contents of this bottle if you're so interested, with clickable images that photographs I've taken myself. I'm somewhat of a alcohol photographer. $4.30? $4.30 for a case? That doesn't. How does that even happen? Like who what? That doesn't make any sense. That's like not very much more than the deposit. How did you happen across this deal? This deal that you got. Okay. So where are we at? Okay, we did the ruins and then the guard shack and then cliffside path. Is next. Send me a Discord picture? Okay. That flavor is discontinued? You can still buy this on the shelf here. It's peach. Yeah, it's a good flavor. That's a good flavor. I don't understand. It was limited edition? Yeah, you can still buy it here though. Dragon Flute is a goated flavor. Case of 24 sells for $150. I'm not terribly surprised. That was a really... I loved Dragon Fruit. That was a good flavor. But yeah, like I kind of like... I can't... Like these are... You can get... The only thing I can get at Costco is like cases like this, right? So like this is like the most economical thing I can do. I would love to, like, get different varieties, but that's not really an option. Bin rooms which get the boxes of returns. They only let me buy that many. How are you selling them, though? Are you selling them on the internet? Are you reselling them on the internet? Is that what's happening? The west side behind tower. Oh, here it is. eBay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I can't be fucked to do that. Like, if I happen across that deal, I would drink them. That's probably what would happen. All upside, baby. Lumber clearing. Where is that lumber clearing logging area? Where are we? We're looking for lumber clearing. But, oh, it's all the way back here. Hack into phones to pull data? Okay. Yeah, that's like one of those things where I felt like, yeah, there's like money to be made and like stuff like that. Like if you go like, even if you like do the classic like, you know, go to auctions and try to get cheap stuff or like fucking storage fucking wars type shit. Like I'm sure there's money to be made in that. Oh, there's another one in here. But comes down to like, well, what do you want to spend your time on? And to me, it's not that. Time is very valuable. Yeah, I guess when, yeah, of course, if you still haven't found anything, then you just do what you got to do, right? How did you get like a good amount of severance or no? Not, you know, you don't have to say if it's personal information, I suppose. But in December, yeah. See the sake in the Discord now? Yeah, yeah. The Discord channel that's got the inside scoop. That's it should be linked to your sub. But yeah, yeah. There's that little sake. I don't know if we'll do it today, but we'll do that sake like one of these days you're around. I won't let you miss that one. Hope Forest Central Portal Stone. Okay. Boom. So in Dallas, going back home next week, Monday. Okay. Alright, so we did Portal Stone, Goblin Camp. Goblin Camp. Logging area. Goblin Camp in West Tent. You know, it would help if I like knew the area by name. Central Junction, Central Path. I don't see Goblin Camp. Is it in here? I'm missing a piece here. Ivy Trail. No, it's not in here. Canada. Canada. Maybe it's down here. I don't see Goblin Camp anywhere. It's not like over this way, is it? Is the obelisk? God. Why am I so lost? It's right next to you. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Shh. Shh. It's just me overcomplicating things. All right. Let's see if we can find the quiet grove without making a fool of ourselves. So far, not successful. Stomp clearing. Is it one of the? Don't tell me it's one of these locked ones. Using guide for the egg is only fair to struggle. Finding the ruse true. Big true. You're not wrong. Holy. All right. Okay. we found it. We found it. It's down here. No, Snake Man. I do not want to fight. Down this way. Hippity hoppity. Hippity hoppity. Cliffside shortcut. A map on the wiki? Oh my God. There's a map on the wiki? I'm just using a text list. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can cheat harder. Cheat harder at this. Under recent changes. Why isn't it DDO? Holy fuck. The cliffside shortcut one is evil? Alright, we're gonna find out in a minute. Leave me be, Twisted Wendigo. You don't want none of these knucks. Oh my. Okay, yes. This would have been much easier. But also, there's so many like cute little markers on the map. I wouldn't know which one to hit first. I almost like the text list a little bit better. Because then I know which ones I've already done. Can I remove these markers from the map? No. The picture helps, though. Get all your viewers into join blood capitalism. Okay, so this one is apparently evil. What is the hint? West side behind rock. Okay. The hint helped a lot. Luscious Glade. Isn't that up here somewhere? God damn it. I searched this room in detail like 10 times. I don't know. It's going to be pretty hard for me to feel like more of an idiot than that one in what was it back here? In Overgrown Pond. I felt like such an idiot. You're standing on top of it. What? Get me out. Yeah, I guess if you didn't know for sure if it had an egg, it would have been way more depresso. Give me a quick summary of this game. New RuneScape. Is this a faster way? Let's go this way. You don't want none of this, snake. Didn't know we could reach behind a whole one-tile object. Yeah, actually, that kind of makes some sense too. Like you wouldn't, from the perspective of you wouldn't be looking in a place where you thought your character couldn't pick it up. You know what I mean? Green egg behind weed. Some of these are kind of like Like you watch other people pick them up. Although I came in here and looked over here because I seen all these people over here. Like sometimes you like you're in here and other people are picking them up and it makes it kind of like a lot easier. Dryad Glade. Hover my mouse over everything walkable? Yeah. Yeah, that's the way you would probably want to do it. It's like these guys are over here. I'm assuming it's over here somewhere. Yeah. Hippity hoppity. We need 7 more. Draglade stump clearing. Stump clearing west side on a stump. Naturally. Naturally. Narrow path west side under you. Hello, my fellow bunny rabbits. Aha. There it is. Cutter's clearing. Fresh mat. Moss monster. What does that mean? Fresh mat. Are you doing the premium areas? Yeah. Wolves Den. Yeah, most of my skills are actually in Chronopolis, which I know nothing here is impressive, but yeah, I'm gonna primarily doing detective. Gray Egg North. Well, that one's not hard. Crystal Clearing. And down here. Purple Egg by Rock. Ah, yes. And Mushroom is the last one. Papillon. More papillon. Boom. No, I'm not trying to. All right, where's our bud? At Huntsman's Clearing. It's all the way to the back here. Yabba dabba doo. Whoop. You don't want none of this Wendigo. You don't want none of this. Fine. Immune? Uh-oh. Touche. Touche, Wendigo. No, stop. Just murder. Murder him. Wait, I'm missing one? Oh shit, I'm missing one. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, possibly two in one room. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. There's supposed to be two in here, and maybe I only got one. Oh, hey, here it is. Okay, crisis averted. Crisis averted. Oh no. Let's be careful to not let that happen. It would be bad. It would be very bad. Very bad. And now we level up into brown bunny. Doo doo doo. All right. Just search the whole for. Yeah, just go everywhere. We're trying to be very methodical so that we don't end up having to backtrack. That being said, I think I have unexplored areas in here. This is the episode I spent the least amount of time in. So that might make things more difficult. Because I literally came into this episode for the express purpose of getting to the next episode. So, I definitely have areas in here that I didn't look in. So I'm not going to have them on my map. So we're just going to peek in some of these like little undiscovered zones a little bit just on our way up here. Whoop. Wow, these are some really juicy looking monsters. Boneworks. Ah, yes, the Boneworks. All right. There's one. Walk past multiple eggs. Yeah, no, I know that there is a map, but I'm just using a list right now. And so basically I just wanted to like get to the place where I was at the top of the list, and I'm kind of just going in order. That way I don't end up missing one. I just want to be very methodical about it. Okay, there's one. There's two. Yeah, there is a map. But the thing about the map is it does show you like all the pips of where it is in the game, but there's no way to like delete them. So you could very easily get lost in which ones you do and don't have, and I think that's a very important thing to be on top of. That being said, it might help in this. I do have the map up, but it might help in this zone because I don't actually have all of the areas like discovered. Although this map guide has them in a different order, which yeah, this is where I needed to go. Behind T-Rex skull. Yeah. Now I gotta go all the way down to Bone Vat. Let's click on this. Never mind. The one thing that I'm ready for now because I want to do these mostly blind. Oh, okay, you haven't done this part. I see. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just trying to knock them out all in one go. And get my check boxes, you know. Leech pools. Down here, purpladium. Goblin well. All the way down here. We'll have to explore whatever this is too. You want some of this? You want some of this, Tentacle Man? Eat it. You cannot stop me on my quest. My pursuit of eggs. Keeping one tile away from them, but then I would have to like move my character very specifically and not just blindly auto run. It's a conflict of laziness, you know. It's more lazy to just to just auto run, but it's more annoying that they hit you when you do. Where are we here? Ooh, boom. Ba-boom. Now what? Oh, in here. There is one in here. The Illusionist. Barely go to the mines? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is like the area that I have the least time spent. Goblin Marketplace. That being said, I like the zone, though. I do actually like the zone. I just got like, I caught wind of like the detective skill, and that just seemed like the most interesting skill to me, so it's like the one I wanted to do. Oh, let's just look down. Let's have a peek. Hey, what do you guys got hiding behind the curtain down here? Ah, I see. I'll leave you to your foul magics. Wait, there's one in here too. Workshop. Ooh, there it is. And there it is. Sculpting room down here. How many more eggs are there? There's another, well, after this one, there'll be another 18 in this zone and 32 in the next zone. I really thought it was just going to be on this shelf. Between the stones. There it is. Where is this podium cave? That's next. Is this a thing I don't have? You want to fight? We'll fight, fucker. Let us use the. Ah, yes, I see it. It's down this way. Slimy fire toad. What's up, Quinto? Silik. I have bad news, brother. I'm being tempted by the path of exile. Help. It's tempting me. It's testing my resolve. Gotcha, idiot. Okay, we got this one. Fine mine dust. You'll never catch me alive, brutal skeleton miner. Now we must go to the obelisk. Egg Tina, there you are. Egg Tina. In this terrible location. It's not close to anything. Classic. There you are. That out here. I could have went here first. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Boom. Oh. Wait. How can we get the egg? Oh, it's the things on the ground. That's what it is. Haha. Oh shit. Okay. Ah, fuck. Yes, I'm learning this. I'm learning this. What about this way? Oh, I can't do that either. Ah, fuck. Give me a minute. It's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually. I keep misclicking. God damn it. Okay. We're being aided. We've received outside assistance. Nice. That's big, thanks. Oh, there you are, Greybeard. Crunch. Well, that was something. That was more than find the egg. There was some interactivity at play. We're going now. Gnome dwelling. Up here. Oops, I closed that by accident. I was trying to look at a notification. Thaddeus Torelli. Hello, friend. Whoop. There it is. Sneaky. Bronze Gate. Let's go up here. I don't know what's up here. Scalax Dwelling. Oh, down here is Bronze Gate. We'll take a little peek in here though. Yeah. You know what? You know what? I had it with you. Old cobble stoneworm. That's for beating my ass when I was here at a different time. Run, God! I don't want to fight anymore. Alright, now what? Let's see if we can easily pick out where it is. Whoop! 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 Nope. Is it under the bridge? Nope. Southeast side. Over there. Wait, I'm in a rubble cave, not Bronze Gate. Well, that makes a lot of sense. No wonder I couldn't find it. Fucking idiot. He's the first part of Matuban's legacy. Oh, I kind of wondering if I was going to get cock blocked by a quest somewhere. So I have to do this. Okay. Hi. You think you fucked up? I don't know. Could be a long time. Yeah. I would leave it for a while. You may have fucked up, though. Okay, so what's the, I need 29 blacksmith, 35 blacksmith, 29 miner. How, like, relatively close am I to that? Fucking not. Well. Sounds like we got work to do. You do it to unlock their... Oh, so you don't actually have to complete it. Oh, okay. It's just because you got to get in here. Oh, okay. Where's Buddy? Back here. Hey, how's it going? Okay. He said some things to me. Okay. So... I do need to go back down here. Oh, there's this door here. Unlockamo. Voila. Okay, complete the puzzle. What is said puzzle? Okay, so if we hit this lever, what happens? It inverses these. Okay. Oh, no, it doesn't inverse them. It rotates them. So what happens if we hit this right now? Out of curiosity. It's going to go off the edge. So what does this one do for me? Is it going to turn this? It's going to turn those. So I needed to come through this way and go down this way. Now what happens? Is it going to get in here? Puzzles. It's a puzzle. No. Oh, there's another lever over here. I thought it might just go right in. There's another lever here. Wait. Oh, wait, I think I understand. I think maybe, perhaps. I think maybe, perhaps, maybe. Yeah, and then that gives us access to the new lever. So we don't want that to go in there anymore. Wait, this is fine. We just want... I'm assuming this is going to switch this arrow here. Yeah. Boom. Okay, so this is probably going to switch this arrow at the end. So we just need it to come all the way to where this arrow is. So that can be straight. This can be straight. I suppose this one could be straight too. I don't... Don't think there's anything else to do. Alright, so we can go in here. Nope, go. This away, this away. Wait. Okay, here we go. 100 emails out of 500 plus done. I think it's a good time for a break. Oof. Big oof. Here the real question is, though, okay? Here's the real question. Out of those 100 emails, out of the 500 plus, how many of them needed to be a meeting? It probably would have been worse if it was a meeting. Honestly, none, thank God. Yeah. I suppose there's also the thing where it's like probably half of those are you got CC'd on some shit that is not related to you whatsoever. Now what? There's an egg in here somewhere. By the ladder. Oh, that's a sneaky one. Oh, there's some in the truck cave too, actually. I also directed all important emails to be forwarded to my boss. I should take care of some things. Okay, that's good. I was working on the plane. That is dock leave. Okay, that is not. We don't like that. There's another egg in here somewhere. Is it down the stairs? Bottom level south side. So there is an egg down there somewhere. Okay, we have to come through the other direction anyways. Slimy tunnel. Beware! Beware of what? Beware of Mantuban. I demand you act like a proper ghost. Oh, man. Grimy, slimy junction. A one-eyed blob. You dare fight me, one-eyed blob? Thanks to the new combat update, I fear no one-eyed blob. Except for maybe the one-eyed blob this man's fighting. That one might be scary. There we are, right there. The camera really doesn't like this one. And we gotta go this way. Skibbity-doo-dah. See you later. How dare you? I'll do work on my vacation, but then some days I'll leave work early. Yeah. I mean, it's like one of those things where, like, so long as there's a trust-based relationship where, you know, your boss can trust you to do a proper job and you can trust your boss to, like, allow you to have a certain level of freedom, then it's all good. Very important. Now to the torment chamber. Ain't nobody want to get up that early anyway. Let's be honest. I could never work a job where I had to be somewhere at like 8 in the morning. There's just no way. That sounds terrifying. Switch game and carrying case from Nintendo in Japan. The whole bundle cost me less than buying a Switch in the US. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me really. Something export market. It's going to cost even more now though. It's all going to cost more. What's next? Cave of the Crystal. Just all the way up there. Okay, so we're kind of out of this junk now, I think. About to buy some stocks. Yeah, I mean, could be a time. Because this is definitely like, I don't know, it's kind of a situation where it feels like it's a period of temporary turbulence, right? But something financial advice on the internet, something we try not to give any of that. Okay, so we got the Cave of the Crystal, now the Gnome Forge. Gnome Forge. Yoo-hoo! Any Agarones here? West Side Shelf. Oh. And just beyond the river bend. Other side of the river. Oh, I see it. Dang. This is the one where you have to, like, go all the way the fuck around to get to the other side, isn't it? Do I just TP? Is that faster? Yeah, it is, yeah. Oh, now I have to make this moral choice about whether or not I get hit by floor tentacles again. I suck. Just die. Just die. Aha. Okay. Can we do it? We go whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, I did it. That's big. I'm ready for raiding. bring on the raids, brother. Time to collect. Goblin loot stash. Like, squeeze me. You guys got some good junk in here? Whoa. 155 copper. Olay. A rapier and a level 1 sword. Huzzah. Goblin sleeping area. Barabani has a comically large hammer. Classic. I'm just gonna steal your egg and your money. You can keep the flint though. Okay, Rockland Cave. I think this is the last one. We'll see what's on this other side first. We'll peek in. We'll have a little peek. Hello? Goblin sleeping area. I guess I should have. I should have seen that coming. Highly regarded. God damn it. The sucker mine reagent. Good thing I'm not a sucker. Yeah, brass balls, how's it going? Yeah, the tentacles are encroaching. Hippity hoppity. Flantium. Getting to work on that flantium. Alright. Where is it? Show me Exicle. Oh, there it is. Alright. Now, let's hope. Let's hope and pray. We click on this thing. And we have 32 out of 32. Excellent. Hello, Egg Tina. You can have this fantastic reward, I decided. You decided. Oh, the black one. I actually like this one. Boom. Are these... I wonder if these, all these fucking hats are going to be, like, of any consequence at some point. I have so fucking many of these Christmas hats, dude. It's comical. All right. Oh, this one starts at the other. Starts down here. I guess that makes some amount of sense. Old Stinky Pete. Now the city dies. You know, if I had all my safe houses done, or whatever it's called, it's probably faster. Crime dens, I guess. I don't know why I'm saying safe house is Path of Exile. Hello. Under North Fabric. Under North Fabric. Oh, ho ho, sneaky. Then it goes all the way the fuck over here. This is great game. Yes. This is great game. I gotta go through the door. Do you like to play more game? Yes, I like to play more game. I play many game. Many game. Fine, I'll kill you. Ugh. Frost immune. Where am I from? Canada. Canada. Boom. Nice. You're from the UK. Oh, I see. Fancy pants over here. Just kidding. Boom. Isn't there another one around here somewhere? Although now I'm getting off track. Although there is one in the Stony Ravine, so I'm not sure why we're not doing that now. What's my favorite color? What a strange question. Hey, I'm wondering, are you going to later ask me if I want to see your art on Discord? I'm getting that vibe. Oh, shit. Oh, I fucking knew. I'm so good at seeing these guys coming, dude. I knew it, dude. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, dude. I like how you guys can't see it, but yeah, they're gonna post it in segments. Automod Smart detected the the art ad, and now they're putting it back in piecemeal. This is a sneaky one. I seen the guy pick it up. This guy's standing right in front of it. I just knew it. It's like there's a couple telltales, but the easiest one is when they like there's like a script. They ask you where you're from. They ask you if you like the game or what's this game about. And then they ask where you're from. And then they ask you some non-relevant question, completely random question. Some of them are a little sneakier, though. You like it? Holy fuck. Don't you start. Wait, are you saying Cap? This is just a long con for your art your art hobby, isn't it? OnlyFans. Oh shit. Yes, I subscribed to Ben for years. I'm trying to get him to buy my art. It's actually just a long con. Holy shit. Okay, I did all the ones outside. I think I'm going to Canada. Holy fuck. It's too good. It's too good. If you need future, so please text me on Discord. So Mira Morgan, I heard, how did you get into this? Last person I talked to who did this, they said that a company approached them at a university to do this because they were an art student at a university. How did you get into doing this? You know, because you don't seem like a bot. You seem like you're a real misguided individual. How did you get into this gig anyway? I'm curious. That's your disc. Oh, I'm well aware of your Discord. I mean, in terms of this, you know, do you use software to find broadcasters? Is that how it works? That's what I was told. You have a software program that like detects people who are good candidates. I don't know why I keep putting up on this. I guess I'm just a new streamer, you know. That's why I keep showing up on these programs, you know. I'm a new streamer. I haven't been on this platform for forever and ever. I'm a new streamer, guys. I'm new to this game. I think Mira Morgan's not going to tell me. I think they're not going to tell me. Use software to make artwork. No. I mean, like, how do you find streams? How do you find streams, you know? The last art person I got to talk to me said that they're using a program that's provided by a company. And that company like approached them about this at a university where they were an art student. Is that your situation? I'm curious. I'm just curious, you know. How do you get into this gig, you know? There's so many of you guys doing the exact same thing. You know. You're all doing the same thing. So, you know, what's the scoop? How do you get into this gig? What if I wanted to sell my artworks to random streamers? Random? I found your stream? How? Of all the streams. How did you get here? I have to use ChatGPT to sell some art. You sure you don't use like a third-party program that suggests you good candidates? Do you want to see my artwork? I mean, are you gonna answer? If I say yes, will you answer my question? I'm just curious. Dusty Alley. Is this Dusty Nook in here? Dusty Nook. Look like you can be a Ghibli character? What is that? I don't get it. Search Google for Ghibli. Japanese animation studio. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see this artwork and I recognize it. I just didn't know the word. You aren't a weeb. No, I guess that's a telltale. A telltale that I'm not a weeb. That I no clue what that is. Rats, you found me out. I don't watch anime. The closest thing I've ever done to anime is I played Final Fantasy XIV and paid attention to the story. That's the closest thing I've ever done to anime. And actually read the dialogue. Forensics Lab. That's all the way up here. And there's some chance we'll play the Final Fantasy games eventually with voice acting mod. But despite what Crassus says, I want to start at 1. Even though I know the stories aren't related, I still want to start at 1. There's so many to go through, yeah, but that just means there's more content. Crassus bought me 7. And I know 7 is like the goated one. But ever play Kingdom Hearts? Absolutely not. I'm familiar with the premise of Kingdom Hearts, but I've never played it. I'm very much like spent the first well, that's the wrong way to put it. We'll just say I for the most part have spent most of my gaming career not playing single player story related games. I mostly have played like MMORPGs, mostly of the sandbox variety, and like competitive multiplayer type games. Those are like, but not shooter related ones, except for Counter-Strike. That's kind of like my real area of expertise, I guess. That's not the right way to put it, but I've got very few like single player story games under my belt, like AAA title type of things. I've played very few. Because I kind of find like the social aspect very fascinating. So like as soon as I was able to get a computer connected to the internet, I was always playing like multiplayer games. Because like the best part about games for me when we were like I was young and we all has like a console was when you get your friends over on the couch and you're playing together, right? So as soon as like the reality of the internet set in where you didn't need to invite your friends over anymore to play with other people, you could just play with anybody, then that idea took over for me because that's what it was about. You're missing out. Those are some of the best games. Oh, I'm not at all discounting that reality. Just that it's not where I've primarily been operating in that space. And part of the excitement, I suppose, is that I'm not particularly like inclined to be recoiled against bad graphics. So that means there's a world of backdated content that I could explore in theory. That'll all be new to me. Because not only have I not played it, I'm like completely unspoiled on it too. I don't even like know what happens. I don't even know the premise of Final Fantasy VII. I don't know the game. I have no idea what happens. I know there's a guy with blonde hair and big sword. That's what I know. Northeast. Wait, no, I'm in the wrong place. What Final Fantasy is Tifa is hot as fuck. I think that's what most people know about Final Fantasy. But until like recently, I didn't know what game she was from. I just knew she was from Final Fantasy. I have played BioShock, the original BioShock. I have actually played that game. I can't remember if I played BioShock 2. Have I played BioShock 2? I have it. I've played 13 hours. Is this enough to complete the game? 13 hours? BioShock 2. Because I know I completed 1 and I only played 12 hours of 1. Yeah, I think I've played BioShock 2. You can skip 2 and go straight to 3. Yeah, like my wife owns Infinite. You played Infinite, right? Yeah, she finished Infinite, but I've never played Infinite. But yeah, this is one I have actually played this one, and I don't know why. I don't know why this is one of the few that I've actually played. I think I played it around the same time that I played Fallout 3. Because like the Fallout games are ones that I've played. I haven't played, well actually I haven't played New Vegas. I've played 3 and 4. But I've never played New Vegas. Because you're a man of good taste, maybe. I'm not sure how I ended up playing BioShock, to be honest. Yeah, you think you just have to leave it. The gate. Wait, how do I get in there? Oh, it's probably on the outside. It's probably like over here. Boom. How many more of these do we have? It's after time. Like halfway done. These ones aren't nearly as well plotted, but that's okay. But yeah, I could play Infinite. That's the thing I could do. She just knows you're in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what other, like I've played Oblivion, but I have very few hours in Skyrim. Like maybe like 10 hours in Skyrim. That's true, yeah. Oh my god, I gotta go all the way back up there. Yeah, these are just not plotted very well. That's okay. You've played through it about 3 times? Yeah, I can't remember if I know anything about that game or not. I feel like I've watched people play some amount of it. There's some games that I've watched some amount of, but not a whole lot. Like I can't remember if it's Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2, but like it's either 1 or 2. I watched somebody on Twitch play the whole game. Yeah, that is true. There is some games that I have a hard time with because I have motion sickness issues. Like we tried to play Dead Space 3, I think it was, right? We tried to play Dead Space 3 because it's multiplayer, and I couldn't play it. Like I just wanted to vomit like almost instantly. But I've learned some tactics that might help. But kind of like with Doom, like Doom, it took me at least a week, right? I think at least a week of me trying to play the game before I could play the game. um, which is like annoying. What was that game we played together? Fear 3. I don't know where this place is. Something. Curiosities. Oh, down here. Yeah, it's the most romantic time in our relationship when we played Fear 3 together. Apparently that was romance. I didn't know. That's true, we don't have time to play the game this early. Yeah, it's hard to find time these days. That's true, we didn't live together at the time. Is today a fresh crack day? No, we yesterday we cracked this here. Smith and Cross traditional Jamaican rum. That's what we cracked yesterday, which I expected it to be a funky adventure, and it was a funky adventure. Definitely a funkster. I don't know if you've ever had this, but it was funky. It was a funky one. It was a funky rum. Not bad. It was like the eye-opening, weird experience I wanted it to be. The palate was not the best. But, again, this is like, I don't know, 1.5-year-old Jamaican rum. It's really young. My rum experience is very small. Mine's not very big either. We can have that adventure together. I have more rums in the pipeline. Had that monk rum. Definitely want to start trying it more. How many Amon out of 10? Amon. I don't know, man, because this is a British company, so there's something weird about that, you know. There's something colonialism, stinks of colonialism. But this one's more Amon out of 10 probably, because this is actually a Jamaican company, I think. Wait. It says Ray and Nephew Canada. Who owns this? Who owns Appleton? I forget. We're going to find out right now. Campari owns it. Never mind. It's not Jamaican owned. But an Italian company is probably better than a British company when it comes to colonial assets. But yeah, like typically Thursday we kind of just do whatever. It's kind of like it could be anything. Usually, like I'll do something with an infinity bottle, or we'll do like a A/B comparison off of something that I randomly chose off the wheel or something like that. That's typically what I do on Thursdays right now. And I want to like do the Scotch infinity bottle, but it's such a daunting task. We have so much Scotch that it's a daunting task to make a Scotch infinity bottle. Because most of what I own is Scotch, and I want to put at least one drop from every bottle in there. So when we talk about getting like 100 bottles out, it's like, oof, that's a lot. That's a lot of bottles to get through. But we could spin the wheel and see what's going on with that. I suppose is the thing we could do. Where am I in my egg journey? I think I'm like almost done. I need another 14. What time is it? Yeah, we can do food and drink now. It is food and drink o'clock. Oh, that's the wrong. Whoop. But we need to get our man to go do a passive thing real quick. What passive thing can we do? We can do some tough investigations, I guess. No, that's not it. Investigations. I'm on the wrong tree. Intricate evidence filing. Yeah, let's do some intricate evidence filing. We got some nuanced interrogation coming up soon, though. What? My goodness. Did you get your chicken? You didn't get your chicken? Oh, yeah, you got your chicken. You didn't eat it all. What? Are you here for alcohol? My goodness. Yeah, so what we could do, and what I do a lot of times is we kind of just create the wheel. Bloop. Although this wheel is still like semi not up to date. There's things missing out of it, but there's lots of stuff in it. And we could just like see where that journey takes us, you know, like just go for a roll, you know, and see. And kind of just see what it says, you know, and be like, hey, maybe we can do XYZ. No. We just talked about rum yesterday. Can we do something else? Mosley should pick a bottle. Mosley's waiting to get some grub. He's waiting for a treat. Ben Romach. 10-year-old. So of course Ben Romach, 10-year-old, is a slightly smoky, first fill 10-year-old Scotch. That is slightly smoky. What's the Ben Romach? What's the Ben Romach ppm roughly? Out of curiosity. Love that you don't abide by the edict of the wheel. No. If it's like being a piece of shit and not serving its purpose, the purpose of it is to like kind of like provoke something we don't normally do. So if it's going to provoke something I literally just did, I'm going to be like, no, we just did that. You know, it's a tool to create more interesting situations, not a wielding scepter. What are you doing to my light? we just talked about rum yesterday, so I didn't want to talk about rum again. There's a world where maybe if we have more rums, like for example, if I had multiple Eldorados, like I had a 12 and a 15 and 21, and I could do like a side by side 12, 15, 21 for you, which is different than like this one and this one that we did yesterday. I would have done that, but that's not the situation I'm in right now. So instead, for example, is it's chosen this Benromach, which is roughly 10 to 15 ppm smoked. She seems to come back to it. That's what I noticed. She comes back to it.
So pretty, see this?
Yeah, so this is what the wheel has kind of suggested to us. It's Benromach, 10-year-old Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey, and this is a 10-year-old that is a mix of ex-bourbon and ex-sherry first fill, and lightly smoked 10 to 15 ppm malt. So it's slightly smoky, but it's got like a very good cask impact of bourbon and sherry. 43% alcohol, chill filtered, but of natural color. And this is, again, that little two-man distillery. Two people run this distillery, despite the fact that they seem to have a lot of product. It's owned by GM, Gordon MacPhail, not General Motors. So what we could do is we could think about, hey, what other whiskeys do we have that are in this ballpark that are maybe first fill, sherry, and ex-bourbon, maybe even slightly smoky? I do know one. But it's not smoky, actually. Actually, is there one that's slightly smoky? Let's see if I can get something that's slightly smoky. Anything slightly smoky in here? More is a little too smoky, but I think this bottle will blow Bowmore 12 out of the water, to be honest. What could we say? Anything slightly smoky? We could do something that's not smoked too, but let's just make this disappear real quick. Nothing slightly smoky. I think the Tasker is all bourbon barrel. Well, what we can do, what we could do, let's have an excuse, okay? Have an excuse to drink some of the best whiskey available on the market, okay? Look, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. There's expensive whiskey and there's cheap whiskey, but not all good whiskey has to be expensive. And there's just this bottle, you know, it's some of the best stuff on the market, I think. It's such a great price. And you and I both know what that is, right? so good. So this one here, it's not smoky. I know it's not smoky. It's not smoky, but it's a little funky. So again, this is the Craig Ellicky 13-year-old. This is a Bacardi product. 46% alcohol, 92 proof, non-chill filtered, natural color. And this uses first fill, refill, rechar, ex-bourbon, and ex-sherry. And then also has a first fill and ex-bourbon, ex-sherry finish. So there's lots of... These both have first fill, ex-bourbon, and ex-sherry things going on. So it's a good place to be, I think. Again, they're both Speyside single malt Scotch whiskies. One's slightly smoky. This one's got a smoky component. But this one's got a sulfury component, which is a little different. So again, the weird thing about Craig Ellicky is they get their malt from the Glensk malting, and at the Glensk malting, they have their own kiln just for them, where they have oil-fired. It's an oil-fired malting. So typically, you would use steam to halt the malting process. Typically, if you have a peated whiskey, you would use peat to halt the malting process, and thus peat smoke the malt, kind of like probably some amount of the Ben Roma has a peated component. But Craig Ellicky uses malt that is essentially oil smoked, and that adds to its sulfury character. And of course, this is worm tubbed, all the nuts. So it is very funky in terms of its sulfury capacity. And again, sometimes that sulfur is like slight cleaning chemical, slight dental floss kind of note. Sometimes like burnt matchstick or egg salad, depending on kind of how it hits you. It's fantastic at what it is. Yeah, and like, even though, again, this is why I make it clear that this is not that expensive, but it's one of the best whiskeys on the market, I think. And even though, like, I've spent more than twice the price, to try, since I love this one so much, I spent more than twice the price to try this 17-year-old, which is more sherried. Great whiskey. This is still, I think, almost a better whiskey. Honestly, it's different, more complex, but it's less on the unique components. It's less on the unique characteristics that make this whiskey interesting, because it's older. It's had more time for that sulfury, weird, malty component to be turned down. It's got more sherry, which hides some of those unique elements. This is just a great expression, I think, overall. But it has, again, similar elements. It's sherry, it's bourbon, it's first fill, and it's got a funky side to it. And honestly, the Ben Roma also has a little bit of a funky side to it. So I think maybe this might not be a bad show. Just maybe. I'll be right back. All right. So again, the Kergeliki is 3 years older, but I don't think that's going to be. It's also a little higher proof, so it may be slightly unfair. But I think the most interesting part is just going to be what flavors and aromas clearly pop here, which I think somewhat probably the smoky component pops here, and probably the sulfury component pops here. That would be my guess, but sometimes you never know. Wild things happen. Like I got that weird kiwi note out of this Appleton yesterday. That was kind of funky. So we'll just do a little bit of a bloop. Let's see how these get on. I've also heard on the grapevine from Benroma enjoyers that this brand is a lot better at 15 years. Apparently the 15-year-old is like way better than this one. Not that this one is bad, but I heard that like on the grapevine that this distillery shines at the 15-year age statement. So we could try one of those eventually. All right, so here we go. We got Benroma on your right, and on your left we have the Craigellachie 13. And I'm trying to put these roughly in the center, so if anyone is around on the vertical streams, they can see both bottles. That's why they're so close together. So these are both natural colored expressions. Anyway, so we'll just pour a little bit more of this one. No problem. I'm sure some self-respecting whiskey enjoyer would slurp that up right off of the desk, but it's just going to smell like scotch in here. That's okay. As if it didn't already smell like scotch in here most of the time. The one downside that your entire desk is a mouse pad is it absorbs whiskey really well. Then again, I guess it's alcohol. Like maybe we're by proxy cleaning the thing. Okay. So we'll try not to knock more alcohol out of the glass. All right. So again, there's our Craigellachie 13 year, again natural color. And this is Benroma, again natural color. So of course you get slightly deeper coloration, I feel, on this Craigellachie, but it is got 3 years more age. The other thing too is while the Benroma is first fill, the Craigellachie has got like a lot of barrel stuff going on, right? Like it's not only aged in first fill, refill, and rechar. It's also finished for 6 months. So there's multiple potential first fill barrels active on it. But again, it's probably just down to three more years in the barrel, I would think, for the color difference. Now the Benroma is chill filtered, and of course Craigellachie's not. This one's a little emptier. Not that that's really should be an issue, but glass fill level seems to have some sort of impact. So we'll just try to make it fair, you know? And of course, on the aroma on Craig Ellicky, it's the things you remember. It's that slightly funky, hefty, slightly vegetal, chemically thing. I am getting like some of that like vanillas. And a good amount of sweetness today. So I think that bourbon barrel is kind of starting to kick in a little bit. And again, like very oily, that kind of like slight matchstick, slight like candy floss sort of top note to it. That sulfury component, which just makes it so interesting. I am getting like some of that sherry and some of that bourbon barrel pretty clearly, but they're not so strong as to really cut out the funky thing that the distillate's doing. And that's always what makes this this bottle so interesting. I'd almost be interested in what this looks like younger. That might be an IB for me. Again, we have this. We have this 14-year-old Craig Ellicky IB, which is a sherry butt, which is also weird and interesting. But now that I'm thinking about it, I might like to try, if I can get an independent bottle of this, I'd like to try it like younger, and maybe even in a more muted casking, like a refill bourbon barrel at like 10 years. Wouldn't that be maybe a little wild? Maybe the sulfur is like too strong at that point, but I'd keep my eye out for something like that. Some kind of IB that's like younger or in a more muted cask. Because, of course, one of the nice things about Craig Ellicky is their distillate kind of gets around. A lot of independent bottlers have access to them, so that's always a plus. You can get a better range of expressions because there's not a lot of OB official bottling expressions from this distillery. A lot of it gets used for blended scotch like Dewar's. So you don't really get like a whole range here. It's kind of just a few things. Where did the music go? Stop. All right, so let's explore this Ben Roma here for a minute. Oh yeah, so the thing that jumps right out of the glass for me is the peat. It's definitely like all smoky. But I'm getting like a sweet vegetal component to this, kind of like what is that? There's a sweetness. Like spearmint. You definitely get the smoke, but there's like a sweet green kind of component to me, and that's like, yeah, I think I like spearmint. That's hitting me right now. Smoke, spearmint. Having a hard time getting under the smoke to get some of those other kind of flavors. I feel like when I fresh cracked this, I could tell it was a little smoky, but I kind of felt it was like more on the like bourbon side, more on the like lighter fruits, sweet components. What are you doing? That's a disastrous move. You think you're going to make that? You're going to break something. Wow. Okay, that was risky. That cat just made a risky leap. Very risky. Yeah, so it's like the smoke and like the peat, green peat notes are kind of hitting into this. Back to this, it's like the same sulfury components, but I'm getting a lot of like the sherry sweetness. Man, I'm actually still getting most of this full bore again. Still some good bourbon barrel impact. Some good sherry, a little bit of like light, like fruit notes, like tropical fruit notes. This is just a great. If you haven't tried this, buy this bottle. Okay? Buy this one. You need to buy this one. Yeah, on the comparison, it's really hard to get much other than the smoke, peat, spearmint kind of notes out of this Benaroma for me. What's the proof? This is 46% alcohol, or 92 proof. So it's not terribly strong, but it is robust enough that it's not watery. All right, so we're going to put the Benaroma on the palate first because that one is slightly lower proof. Slunchva. Good smoky component to the palate. Pretty sweet. On the finish, you get some like typical like mainland peat notes. You get some smoke. You get some campfire. Getting some woodiness in there. Creosote. A little bit of that like sherry related spice notes in there. But it's not really like hitting the bourbon notes for me. At least not right now. Benaroma, this is 43%. So they're close. So it's 43 and 46. I forgot to pour the water. I'll be right back. I poured it, I just didn't bring it over. Yeah, so similar in alcohol, but it's slightly lighter on the Benaroma. All right, and the Craigellachie. The mouthfeel, the oiliness on the Craigellachie is immediately apparent. Obviously, it's not got the smoke characters. But it's got some of those like sweet bourbon characters and sherry characters more on the palate. Finish, you get a slight bit of that still like sulfur funk. With that sherry, slightly spicy, slightly sweet. A little bit of barrel at the back of the finish. The thing that sticks out to me the most between these two drams immediately is that this one is more oily, more mouthfeel, in that sort of way. It's like, I don't want to use the word viscous, but the mouthfeel is more coating and more oily. Sulfur funk, yeah. So a lot of what certain distilleries do when they create their spirit is like limit sulfur components. Craig Elke is like the opposite. They like do everything to like preserve the sulfur component. This is probably the hands down the most sulfury whiskey you're probably going to get. And again, that sulfury component is kind of like slightly burnt matchstick, slightly like candy floss. Sometimes it hits to me like windshield wash. It's a slightly funky, odd, vegetal, oily kind of characteristic, which is one of the most compelling things about this distillery's distillate. Oh man, onto the Ben Roma after we just took a sip of the Craig Elke. It's so campfire smoke. It's so smoky. Again, this is like roughly 10 or 15 ppm. And again, by comparison, like Bamor is like 35 ppm. Laphroaig is like 50 ppm. So this is like 10 to 15. But the thing that's standing out is the smoky component, which kind of makes sense. Because there's no smoke on the Craig Elke, so the slight smoke here is kind of like sticking out as the main differentiating factor. Obviously, there's no sulfuriness. I'm kind of getting into some of that like bourbon barrel related sweetness now. Yeah, it's like all sweet and funky and vegetal on this one. Tropical fruits are hitting too. And this one's all smoke, maybe like slightly bacon. And that bourbon barrel character is coming out a little bit, but not much of the sherry. Hey, you. Hey. Hey, you. What are you getting into? You're jumping all around. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is kind of mostly showing kind of what we already knew about the difference between these distillates. Everything about the Ben Roma's smoky components are popping out, and everything about like the sulfur notes of the Craig Elke are popping out. Again, I kind of get more of the bourbon barrel on the Ben Roma's palate and nose, and a little bit of the sherry on the finish. But it's mostly smoky. And the Craig Elke does, you do get some sherry components of the Craig Elke too, though. They both kind of pretty clearly kind of like have their barrel related notes kind of showing up. And again, they're both first fill, sort of. So it's not all distillate. And again, these are like slightly younger, so the distillate does play more of a factor. The smoky distillate components of this one and the sulfury distillate components of this one. But there isn't anything like, I guess, weird popping out. And I guess sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes we do these comparisons and it's like, we like go here and it's like, oh, wow, this is doing something like this. And then we go over here and it's like, oh, this is displaying a unique characteristic that I didn't really realize was true about this particular whiskey until I compared it to a whiskey that was different than it. But maybe had a like similar components like the barrel characters here. But in this case, it's kind of just telling us the stuff we already knew. Again, they both have like a sherry component to the finish. They both have like distillate notes in their own particular way, smoky and sulfury. A little bit of that bourbon barrel showing. I think more of the bourbon barrel's coming out on this one. But you do get some of the bourbon barrel here, but I don't know. It's almost like the casking is slightly better on this 13-year-old, but again, it's slightly higher proof. It's slightly higher age statement, so it would make a lot of sense that a lot of these kind of like cask related components are maybe just stronger on this one for those reasons. It's not really popping anything new and interesting, but kind of like more confirming kind of what we already know about these particular whiskeys. If anything, this kind of like made it hard for me to get certain of the fruity malty components out of this Benroma. I feel like it's like brought the smoke up to the forefront in such a way that like I'm not really getting the malts. I'm not really getting some of the fruits. And I think it's just because the smoke component is what's popping out when we compare them. I'm definitely getting the fruits out of the Craigellachie. And then like the sulfuriness. But the fruits are not really hitting out of this one. I'm not really getting like the probably like apple or pear or something that's probably in there. It just seems like all smoke. The comparisons made it like come across more smoky than it is. Because my understanding and memory of this particular bottle is kind of like smoke is a component of the whiskey, but it's not like the main component. It's like a thought. It's a thought about it, not a theme. But right now, all I'm getting is the smoke out of it. You get more of those barrels on the palate, but hard to find a fruity component to it. I think it's just a comparison too, because I think I've gotten fruit from this before. It does talk about delicate forest fruits on the bottle, creamy malt, delicate forest fruits, touch of smoke, and rich, lasting sherry notes. So to me, this is like rewritten as rich and smoky with some sherry notes. And it's like the fruit and malt part is like kind of like not hitting for me right now. But I think it's just that the comparison is making it seem so. So not bad, not bad. If anything, just an excuse to drink Craigellachie 13, which is a great bottle. At some point, I think I said that this is maybe like not the like easiest bottle for like someone who's new to Scotch, but it wouldn't be bad for someone who's new to Scotch too. But I think the true appreciation of this whiskey might be in after like you've tried a couple. You know, it's new and different, and you may not appreciate what's new and different about it unless you've had some versing in Scotch a little bit. But it's damn good. Everyone should try this one eventually. I don't think I've ever had Scotch. Oh, maybe good, maybe bad. The good news is there's lots of interesting and dynamic flavors for you to experience when you decide to meet me in the realm of Scotch. The bad news is your wallet may never thank you. Your wallet may forever hold it against you. Next year adventure, maybe. The rums and gins, yeah, rums. We're doing some rums for sure. We have this again. We did try this one, and if anything, what this rum told me is that if this is what a $40 rum can do, it gave me some interesting little hints, some interesting little sprinkles of like, hey, here's a little bit of a teaser. Okay. If you want to go buy a really nice rum that's like $200, this is what it could be like. Could be this good. It could be funky but also sweet and molasses, but also rich tropical fruit notes, but also spicy and bready. It showed me lots of things that could be, if I wanted to buy a $200 bottle, that's maybe like a little better of an expression than this one. It definitely taught me that there's some notes in rum you cannot get from whiskey. They don't exist. You have to go to rum to find them. Last year and the year before was Full Send Beer Adventure. The thing about Beer Adventure is it never ends, man. There's so many breweries and there's so many like craft expressions in beer. The Beer Adventure never ends. The nice part about the beer adventure that's different than the Scotch or the rum adventure is it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper to buy a couple expensive beers than it is to buy lots of rums and scotches. Gin's not so bad, though. Gin is more economical, that's for sure. But, yeah, rums and whiskeys. Ooh. Prepare your wallet. But it's worth it, though. I promise it's worth it. It's worth it. Oh, it's worth it. Okay, now. Should I do a Forsaken thing? Are you guys ready? Let's think about this for a minute. My wallet hates me right now. Credit card is like the meme. I'm tired of this crap on. I'm like, it's too damn bad. Straight to jail, don't pass go. He's lost it. We're going to give this a moment to become acquainted with its new situation. And then we'll see what happens. Yeah, thankfully, my credit cards are okay, but That doesn't mean I get to spend money on anything else. That's the downside. All right, so what if we take two similar scotches that both have similar barrels, but one's got a sulfury component and one's got a smoky component, and then we mix them together? What happens? Right now, nothing. That was the most nothing burger nose I've ever taken out of this. What would you spend your money on if you didn't collect spirits? Well, before I spent it on board games. That's what I used to do. But now I have lots of board games. And some of them are purely collector's items and are still in shrink wrap. And that is because, not that I don't want to open them and play them, but there's no opportunity for that. So it kind of became this weird thing where, like, I love board games, but when you don't use them for their intended purpose, and that's somewhat of the value of the reason you bought them to begin with, because it's like one of those things where, like, when you look at a new, oh, I guess it could be anything, but for me, when I looked at a new board game, I envisioned myself playing the game. Like, oh man, this would be so fun if I was playing it. So then you buy it. But then if that reality never transpires, and then it happens over and over and over again for a certain amount of time, almost like you just never opened your bottles, you envisioned drinking this scotch, but you never opened it. Eventually you fatigue a little bit on continually to buy new bottles and never opening them. So that's kind of what happened a little bit. And I started buying them because I was playing every weekend. Every weekend I was playing games. But then no weekend I was playing games. And that went on for a little while. So now I kind of like, there's some games that I keep up with, but most part I don't buy stuff anymore. I have a lot of really nice games though. And I think the only other thing that I've wasted a lot of money on is if I was really invested in a game, in a video game, I would like buy stuff on it. That's like the only thing other thing I can think of. Like all this, like, I don't have any on me, but all this like random Path of Exile like shirts and merchandise that I have. That's because, like, if you spend money on Path of Exile, they like send you merchandise. Waste a lot of money on Twitch. Yeah, that's an avenue too, for sure. I have some subscriptions, but I don't like Whale Out. Mostly because, like, I'm like, I do like watch streams, but like I don't have time to watch streams. That's like mostly what it is, right? Like, I go to work and then I stream for you guys, and then I go to bed, and then I go to work and I stream, and then like if I get free time, I try to spend it with my family. I just like don't have a lot of time to like spend on people's streams right now. Like I try to make it to Ben's stream, and I try to make it to a few other streams, but a lot of times it's like before I go to work, I find some people to lurk and try to give them a viewer. But I just like don't have time to like sit and physically watch unless I have the day off and I'm like working on stream stuff at the same time. That's usually what happens, is I'll be like working on stuff for my stream while I'm watching somebody else's stream. I only keep subs of people I watch very frequently, yeah. And I think that makes a lot of sense, right? That's what a subscription tool is for. Yeah, I think I used to watch Twitch more before, but that was before I was like working all the time, before I had a family. In case it's not obvious, if you decide to procreate, it significantly cuts into your free time. In case that wasn't clear to anybody, okay, it's worth it, but it is just the fact of life. Man, where's the smoke gone? I really thought I was going to get like a smoky, sulfury thing out of this, and it's kind of like just... It kind of smells like Craigellachie just ate the Ben Roma. I still get the sulfury note, but I don't get the smoke. Now, there was more Craigellachie in the dram left, but I'll have to taste it and see. They don't get a job instantly. No, in fact, you have to invest in them probably for at least 14 or 16 years before they start to create any return. And then, believe it or not, probably when they do start to create a return, they want to use it on themselves. You're a freeloader, get a job. Yeah. I got a couple furry freeloaders too. I guess at least Mosley contributes to the Mosley fans. You know, I had a dream that, you know, maybe if I really went hard on Mosley fans, that maybe he would suffice to pay for his own way, but I'm not convinced. Mosley is the reason I'm here. Look, he's got lots to show. Yeah, this is kind of just like Craigellachie, like a little muted. I mean, that's kind of a little... That's kind of a little different. That's not bad. You don't get that much smoke out of it. You get like maybe like a third of the smoke that's like on this normally. But you still get like the sulfury components. It feels like the sherry is more present. I feel like it was like, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I feel like the sulfury note is like down a little bit, but you get like some smoke. And then like the sherry's stronger. And you get a little bit of bourbon, but not a lot. I feel like there's a world where maybe this needs a stronger smoky blender. Maybe we need to put some Craigellachie 13 together with some Lefroy. Give it some more a smokier partner. We're brewing some ideas. Not bad. This whiskey though, whatever this is, not bad. Don't hate it. But I think like it's pretty clear that man, these younger whiskeys, the distillate really matters. It's really clear that the distillate matters a lot, because that's kind of mostly what we got out of these. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Tomorrow we do a live review tomorrow. I will post something on Discord today. Not Discord. On YouTube today. It'll probably be like one of our tastings from the weekend. I need to post a Discord community update. I don't know if people read those, but I meant to post one this Monday, but I forgot. So if I need to go here. Discord update. Enter. Remind myself to do that maybe today. I need to post the new poll for our fresh crack for April. I'll try to do that today. We'll probably do it on April 26th. That'll probably be the day, April 26th, Saturday. So that's the weekend after Easter. That'll probably be when we'll do it. So I'll try to post a poll today. And maybe I'll try to post some bit of a community update today too. I'd like to finish our egg hunt tomorrow, but there's a world where we play some Path of Exile. I'm not sure 100% how or what or why, but I'm looking for a thing I want to like waste like at least 50 hours on, and it might be Path of Exile. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Or it could be something else. It's all up in the air. I'm in that weird place where like I really want to like waste 50 to 100 hours on one thing. And I'm having a hard time finding a thing where I'm like, this is it. We're going to waste like a month on this. And I think Marvel Rivals update happens pretty soon. I could probably try that for a little bit too. Things are sort of up in the air all over the place. But I'll write an update. We'll get a poll going. There's more stuff in the pipeline, but there always is. It's just a matter of me finding fucking time to do it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. I'll be back tomorrow with live review. And have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry. Said Jiro, I'm sorry, I'm getting out of here. I'm just about to press stop streaming. Unless you want a quick question. Yeah, I do have non-alcoholic. I think I still have one left. Budweiser Zeros in my fridge. I was about to press stop streaming, but I see your posting, so I'm reading now. But I do intend to leave whenever's convenient. I can afford to give you the time of day, you know. Just want to wish you a good day. Next time, drink one for me. I will, absolutely. I actually got another one too. I got there's a non-alcoholic beer company called Athletic, which they have a blonde, but they also have like a hazy IPA and stuff like that. But it's 0% alcohol, so that's one we can try too. I'm not huge on non-alcoholic beer. It's just that if I'm drinking like Scotch, I don't want to also then go have like 3 beers. You know what I mean? So we try to keep the alcohol, you know, on the up and up. All right. Till tomorrow. Thanks for watching.